Okay, quite. 39th question. They wanted limit extends to a x square f of a minus a square f of x by x minus a. Okay. If you directly substitute it 0 by 0 form, if you want, you can use L'Hospital rule. You can even do without that. Let me do with the L'Hospital rule. This is a constant. Derivative of x square is 2x into f of a minus f of x derivative is f dash x and derivative of this is 1. When I put x equal to a, 2a f of a minus a square f dash a. That's it. That is the answer. If you don't want to use L'Hospital rule, I want to subtract a square f of a and add a square f of a. From these two, I can take f of a common. I will get x square minus a square. From these two, I can take minus a square common, f of x minus f of a. Let me divide with x minus a here, x minus a here. I combined these two and these two. I subtracted and added this. Okay, x square minus a square, I can get x plus a into x minus a cancel. I will get f of a into x plus a minus a square into f of x minus f of a by x minus a. Limit extends to a. When I directly put a, it is 2a f of a. And this is the definition of f dash a, right? Is this not definition of f dash a? Yes. So directly a square f dash a. Okay, actually the second method is a little proper method where we are using from the definition itself. But now after we learning so much about differentiation, nothing wrong even doing L'Hospital rule also. You can do like this or like that. Please don't waste time. Some of you may be practicing very sincerely, that is very nice. But some people, okay, I don't know what they're studying, but in the class at least listen, something will stay in your head, and in the exam when you look at something, something will similar to this may come, you may remember something. All right. Okay, this function g of x k into root x plus 1 when 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3 mx plus 2 when 3 less than x less than equal to 5. Okay, now listen. What is not right? Let me tell you first. They want differentiable function. So let 3 definition is changing. So most likely to check differentiability at 3. Not that we'll differentiate this, substitute 3 and differentiate this, substitute 3. Left hand derivative equal to right hand derivative. Okay, but we have two unknowns k and m. If you are doing that way, nothing wrong, but check continuity also first. Okay. First of all, it has to be continuous for it to be differentiable. If you check continuity, the value of this at 3 is f of 3. When you substitute 3, what you get is right limit at 3. They should be equal, right? Left limit, right limit. So check continuity, you'll get one equation. Check the way you are checking the differentiability. That is one way. Or directly use first principle also, you will get it. I'll tell you both methods. Anybody want to go out of the class? You can sit in the next room and talk. Okay, so method 1, checking continuity first. Limit extends to 3 minus f of x should be same as f of 3. Limit extends to 3 plus f of x. F of 3 comes from this, which is k into root over 3 plus 1. This left limit also same, k into root over 3 plus 1. Right limit at 3 is m into 3 plus 2. So 2k is equal to 3m plus 2. This is one equation. Next, f dash 3 minus should be same as f dash 3 plus for differentiability. Left hand derivative is this 1 k into derivative of root x plus 1 is 1 by 2 root x plus 1 and then substitute 3. This derivative is m itself. So we'll get k is equal to 4m. Okay. So this is one equation. This is one equation. Solve these two, you'll get k value and m value. When you put 8m, 5m, so you'll get m is equal to 2 by 5. When m is 2 by 5, k is 8 by 5. All right. Okay. Actually, I wanted to do this is a proper way to do it. Really find left hand derivative and right hand derivative, they should be equal. That's all. Okay. So limit x tends to 3 minus g of x minus g of 3 by x minus 3 should be same as limit x tends to 3 plus g of x minus g of 3 by x minus 3. If you want to be differentiable at 3, the right hand derivative in this proper manner and left hand derivative by okay. Limit x tends to 3 minus just before 3, the function is this. So k root x plus 1. At 3 also the function is this, which is k root 3 plus 1 by x minus 3. Limit x tends to 3 plus g of x now 3 plus, I have to use this mx plus 2. But g of 3 I have to use this only, which is k root 3 plus 1 by x minus 3. Okay, limit x tends to 3 minus. Obviously, I have to rationalize this. When I rationalize, I'll get root, sorry, not root, x plus 1 minus 4 by x minus 3 into root over x plus 1 plus 2. This is root x plus 1 minus 2. I rationalized it. I got this. Limit x tends to 3 plus. First of all, this is x minus 3. This is x minus 3 cancel. When I put 3, I'll get k by 2 plus 2, which is k by 4. Now, please listen carefully. I need some place to write. Okay, let me write here. Limit x tends to a f of x by g of x should exist. Okay, exists, already given, exists. And limit x tends to a g of x equal to 0. Okay, exists and is finite. Some people cannot see here. Okay, let me write here. Yeah. Okay, limit x tends to a f of x by g of x is, let us say, some 7. And limit x tends to a g of x equal to 0. Limit x tends to a f of x is equal to what? Can anybody answer this? What is the answer here? Online people also can answer. F of x by g of x, that limit is 7. Only denominator limit is 0. Only numerator, what should be the limit? Online people, anybody want to answer? All of you can hear, online people? You're able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Answer is 0. Anybody want to explain why answer is 0? Actually, the 7 doesn't have a role in a sense. If I say 20 here, 30 here, 100 here, answer is 0. Anybody want to tell why? I want to give two different explanations. One explanation is that I don't know limit of this, let's say it is 9. Then how can answer be 7? Because numerator is tending to 9 and denominator tending to 0. What will happen to the answer? Infinity. Let us say f of x limit is 20. If this is becoming 20, this is becoming 0, what the limit will be? Infinity. So where is the chance that you can get 7? It has to be tending to 0. If something is 0 by 0 form, if we have so many formulas and limits, it may fall into one of the category and answer can come 7. You understand? That is one way. Another simple way I will tell it. This f of x, can't you write by g of x and into g of x? Yes. This limit is 7, this limit is 0. What is 7 into 0? 0. That's it. It is simply product of those two. Isn't it? That's a simple question, right? But appears to be very complicated. Okay. Why I am telling all that? Please listen. These two are coming from different definition. G of 3 is coming from this, whereas g of x is coming from this because 3 plus. Okay. Now directly put 3, denominator is becoming 0. If numerator is not becoming 0, what will happen to this limit? Infinity or doesn't exist, right? But we want limit to exist and we want it to be finite. That's not the same example that I gave. This total limit is a constant, some fixed number, and denominator is tending to 0. What numerator should tend to? 0. Okay. So here you have to understand well before. For this limit to exist, first of all, 3m plus 2 minus 2k must be 0. If it is not 0, that is directly substitute 3, the numerator has to be 0. If it is not 0, this limit will become infinite. Now when it is 0, in the place of 2k, I can substitute 3m plus 2 there now. Limit extends to 3 plus mx plus 2 minus 3m plus 2 by x minus 2. Now I can cancel 2 here, take m common. I'll get limit extends to 3 plus m into x minus 3 by x minus 3. X minus 3 will cancel, we'll get m. So here also we got same equation here. K by 4 is this and that is m. K by 4 equal to m. Okay. And another equation we already got is same 3m plus 2 minus 2k equal to 0. Solve these two, we'll get same m and k. Earlier also we got same equation. We got this equation from continuity and we got this equation from differentiability. Online people, you should respond. For example, I wrote here, you are not able to see. You should tell me now that you are not able to see. This one. Just now I explained that denominator is becoming 0. This total limit should be some finite number. So what numerator has to become 0? That is this one. Substitute 3 here. 3m plus 2 minus k into 4 2k. Okay, so this is a proper method to do it, but nothing wrong in the previous method. I already explained. First you check continuity and then you check differentiability. Quiet, please. Is it okay? 42, everyone? What we done just now is 42, huh? 45. F of x is equal to x. This is when x is less than 2. And ax square minus bx plus 3 when x is greater than or equal to 2. Okay. At 2, he said it should be differentiable. Again, we'll check continuity first at 2 and differentiability at 2. After finding a value and b value, then they wanted some other things also, f dash 3 and f dash minus 3. So first we have to check the continuity. So limit extends to 2 minus f of x should be f of 2 should be limit extends to 2 plus f of x. Okay, just before 2 it is a into 2. At 2 the value is a into 2 square minus b into 2 plus 3. Right limit at 2 is also same, a into 2 square minus b into 2 plus 3. Okay, this will give some equation. What is that? This is 2a and that is 4a. So 2a minus 2b plus 3 equal to 0. One equation. This is for checking continuity. We want to check differentiability. F dash 2 minus will be same as f dash 2 plus. What is the left hand derivative of this at 2a? Right hand derivative is 2ax, but that is 2 minus b. Okay, so this is left hand derivative after substituting 2, and this is right hand derivative. So differentiate and then substitute. So we got b is equal to 3a. So these are the two equations. Okay, so just solve, we'll get it. When you put 3a, you'll get minus 6a, 4a, a is 3 by 4, b 9 by 4. So once we got a and b values, now they want f dash 3. If you want f dash 3, you have to differentiate this and put 3. If they want f dash minus 3, you have to differentiate this and put minus 3. F dash minus 3 is actually a itself, which is 3 by 4. And f dash 3 is derivative of this, which is 2ax minus b. And that to 2a into 3 minus. What is a? 3 by 4 minus 9 by 4. It's not 3 by 4, right? 3 2s are 6, 6 3s are 18, 9 by 4. What they want, their sum. 3 by 4 plus 9 by 4 is 12 by 4. Answer is 3. Is everybody clear? 45? Okay, 48, they gave f of x is equal to -1, -2 less than or equal to x less than 0. X square minus 1, 0 less than equal to x less than equal to. They defined g of x as mod f of x plus f of mod x. X belongs to -2 to 2. Okay. So they want us to discuss about differentiability of this at different points. I can actually really write the total g of x at different cases what it is. I may have to take this further. Okay. But first of all, I want to understand this separately, this separately. Let us see what happens. If I take a mod f of x, what will happen? What is the mod of -1? 1. That is for -2 less than equal to x less than 0. And mod of this is mod x square minus 1, 0 less than equal to x less than 2. Okay. If I take only this, that is f of mod x. F of mod x, anybody want to tell me, should I use this definition or this definition? f of mod x. Should I use both or only this or only this? I should use only second one because, for example, you put here 1.2 or 0.8 or minus 0.8, mod x is positive only. F of any positive number has to be kept here but not here. So f of mod x is simply mod x square minus 1. That is x square minus 1 because mod x square is always x square. Okay. Now what you have to realize is we are supposed to add these two, but I am not going to add because it's a very simple quadratic polynomial. It's a continuous and differentiable everywhere. So I don't have to worry about this. So wherever this is not differentiable, the total will not be differentiable because when I'm adding two things, when one is differentiable, if other one is differentiable, the whole thing is differentiable. If other one is not differentiable, the whole sum is not differentiable. So I should not worry about this. The question is about this sum, but this is always differentiable. Let us worry about only this. When I'm worrying about this, what are the different places where I have to check? At 0 because definition is changing. At 1 because here this is changing a definition. Right. Just I want to draw the graph so that you will realize something about differentiability there. Only x square minus 1. Only x square is a parabola. X square minus 1 is bring 1 unit down. When I take mod, you have to take this up. It will be like this, right? The down part will go upper part. Obviously, at these 2 points, it will not be differentiable. Why? Here tangent is like this. When you apply mod, this tangent is like this, and this down piece became like this. So the slope of this and slope of this will be different. In fact, if this slope is k, this slope will be minus k. So you found mirror image. Okay. So these are the 2 points where it is not differentiable, obviously. But I should not take this full graph because my graph is only between 0 to 2. I should take only the right side part. So it is like this and like this. At 2, it is 3. This point is 2 comma 3. This point is 1 comma 0. Okay. At 1, it is not differentiable. Next, here coming to this, before 0, it is always 1. It perfectly joins here. And it is the topmost point with a very smooth transition because it's like a tangent here. Even though here definition is changing, it is still differentiable because it's a very smooth transition. Here derivative is 0, horizontal line. Here also you find left hand derivative, it will come 0. Without graph, I'll show you that. I'm just trying to tell from the graph. Okay. For this graph, it is the topmost point in the neighborhood. At that point, tangent is horizontal. If you remove this also, you are not changing the differentiability because this is a nicely tangent to this with a very smooth transition. Okay, there is no change in the curvature in a sense, not curvature, but the smoothness. So from the graph at 0, it is differentiable. At 1, it is not differentiable. Let us say without the graph, how to do for this. This is 1 when minus 2 less than equal to x less than 0. Between 0 to 1, x square minus 1 is negative. I have to take minus of that, which is 1 minus x square. 0 less than equal to x less than equal to 1. After 1, x square minus 1 only positive. I can remove mod. I'll get x square minus 1 when x is greater than 1. 1 less than x less than equal to. Now, you tell me what is the left derivative? What is the derivative of this? What is the derivative of a constant? Okay, just before 0, 0. What is the right hand derivative? What is the derivative of this? Minus 2x. At 0, what is the value of that? 0. So left hand derivative is 0 because of the derivative of constant. Right hand derivative is minus 2x and at 0 it is 0. Left hand derivative, right hand derivative are equals. At 0 it is differential. But coming to 1, what is the derivative of this at 1? 1 minus x square, what is the derivative? Minus 2x. When you put 1, it is minus 2. And derivative of this is plus 2. Minus 2 and plus 2 are different. So it is not differentiable at 2. So f dash 0 minus from this is 0. F dash 0 plus from this is minus 2x, which is minus 2 into 0 is 0. So based on that, f dash 0 is 0. It is differentiable. here f dash 1 minus, now differentiate this minus 2 into 1 minus 2, and f dash 1 plus, when I differentiate this, it will be 2 into 1. Because their left hand derivative and right hand derivative at 1 are different, it is not differentiable there. So finally, only at 1 it is not differentiable, everywhere else differentiable. Are you writing some notes? I'll tell later. So you want me to send the solutions here also? Okay. Just now we discussed 48. Okay, 51. F of 1 is 2 given. F dash x is same as f of x is also given. Does anybody know a function whose derivative is itself? When you differentiate also, same function will come back. Do you know any function like that? E power x. Any other function other than e power x? It is e power x only, but any multiple of that is also okay. 2 e power x, 3 e power x, 100 e power x also. In fact, there's a differential equation, you can solve it. Bring f of x down. F of x derivative is f dash x, and integrate will get log f of x equal to x plus c. F of x equal to e power x plus c. A constant into e power x. E power x plus you can get e power x into e power c, a constant into e power x. Okay. So the satisfying this is e power x or any multiple of e power x. But f of 1 is 2. Based on that, I can understand what is that constant should come. All right. Without even knowing the function, maybe we can do this question. Let me see. What is the question they asked anyway further? 51. They want h dash 1 and h of x is f of x. H of x is f of x. What is h dash x? F of x derivative is f dash of f of x. The inner f of x derivative is f dash x. When I put h dash 1, it is f dash of f of 1 into f dash. But what is f of 1? 2. f dash 2 into f dash 1 is f of 1. That is 2 f dash 2 because f dash 2 into. So at least for finding f dash 2, I have to know what is the function. Okay. Or I have to tell at least f of 2. F dash 2 can be written as f of 2. For that, at least I have to know the function. Okay. So I think better to find it. F dash x by f of x is equal to 1. F dash x is after all d by dx of f of x is equal to f of x. D of f of x is equal to f of x, sorry, by f of x is equal to dx. Integrate it. For this is a derivative, so log f of x, and this is x plus c. We'll get f of x is equal to e power x plus c, or f of x equal to some constant into e power x, because e power x plus c connect e power x into e power c. How to know the constant? They gave f of 1 is 2. So 2 is f of 1, that is k into e. So k will come 2 by e. So based on this, your f of x is 2 by e into e power x. So now what is f of 2? 2 by e into this e power x, right? So e square into 2. That is 4e. Okay, without writing all these steps, somebody can guess it's a multiple of e power x also. Because the known function, when you differentiate, you get same function as e power x or a multiple of that.